All right. We're back with some more flying lines, some more of my favorite lines. I love, you know me, I love the crappy days. I love the marginal days. I like making something out of nothing. I don't want to get too high. I'm scared of heights. There's a cracker coming at you with some more cracker sauce. Are you ready for this? All right, so today we're stuck at the thermal factory, the antennas, Parkers. We're kind of in this zone over here. We want to make something out of nothing. So here's how you do it. That's what I like to do right in here. All right. We got Antenna Farm, Thermal Factory, Parkers, Shadow Peak. Shadow Peak's got some hidden secrets over here. Hidden deep down in the canyon, back at San Ysidro Canyon. This little thing right in here is pretty dang consistent. I don't know if it's because it's back in the canyon, away from everything, or what, but I like diving at it. It's a good time. It gets me excited, gets my blood going every time. So whether I'm stuck here on Thermal Factory low, or Antenna Farm, I can only get to like 3 grand, 3,200. Or Parkers, only get to 29 or 3. I like to dive back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Interruptions. So anyways, we're talking about diving into Shadow Peak to extend your flight. We're going to get all the way over to Secret Bowl and back on this low, crappy day. Maybe you're only getting a 3 grand, maybe 32. Maybe you're just getting right here on Thermal Factory, maybe right to the rock pile. Or Antenna Farm, like we said, Parkers. Anyways, so what I like to do is, if I'm on Thermal Factory is the easiest way to do this. It has this nice spine, which is rarely going up, but you can use it to follow all the way along, diving into shadow. So we take this line here, if we're even in Thermal Factory, we kind of cut across the face. You follow this one out for a minute. You could follow it out a little further if you want, or you could use this back one, kind of cruise out. You're trying to come into Shadow Peak. If you come in anywhere on this zone, you should be good to go getting back up. Anything above that is a bonus. This face is always going off. I often come and surf it on the east side. There's this cool little wave rock in here. You could like kind of get in there, ride the tube, get in the wave, feel like a surfer man. Anyways, this always gets you out. Work this thing back and forth. Get on top of Shadow Peak. If not, you can do the same thing from down here. Figure out your way up. Maybe a couple turns. Keep gaining the high ground. Up. All right. And then we're going to keep moving on. Once you get above Shadow Peak or just above it, then you can bust over to Montecito Peak. You're probably coming in mid-zone up here. I don't like to come in too much below this. It rarely works, except for on low cloud days or other special days. But the top half works fairly well. So once again, we'll take that same altitude, give us Shadow Peak, maybe 32 again. You cruise over here in the Montecito Peak area. All right? You're working this spine, cruising up. Remember from the Playing the Odds video, maybe it's on the lee side. Lee side often works over here, especially if there's a little west wind. I rarely find it on this side over here, but you never know. So try to get up as high as you can on Montecito Peak. It's a crappy day, so more than likely you aren't getting to the top, but that's okay, because we got Secret Bowl on our mind. So we keep floating the back of this ridge. Maybe you can intersect with this ridge. Sweet if you can, because you can ride right on top of this, the Secret Bowl. If not, you're more than likely cutting the corner to get out to this point right here. You're going to work your way back up. Right back up to the Secret Bowl. There's like a nice crotch in here, a little saddle that works pretty well. Once you're back to there, remember, it's a crappy day. You're more than likely not getting all the way to the top of Montecito Peak. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to fish it all the way back. You can just retrace your steps. Maybe get a few turns in here. But if you leave anywhere in this top half, you can come in pretty darn good at shadow, meaning you're coming in on this guy or above. All right? You don't want to get below this, probably be landing down here in San Ysidro Canyon. But if you come in above this, for one, you have a good chance of getting up to at least even with Shadow Peak, which then makes things way more relaxing. Let's see, Shadow Peak's at what, 23? Well, no, it's higher than that. Shadow Peak's at 2,600 feet, 2,700 feet. So you get back up there, you're pretty relaxing, pretty styling. If not, you're leaving from about this guy to come sneak around the T-Bowls. And you're going to intersect this this spine where the T-Bowls is. Maybe gain, there's rarely any lift here. I use it just to kind of milk this spine back to the front of Parkers. But even if you come way around low on Parkers, then it's no big deal because you got this Parkers fire break, which dumps right into Lower Parma. So you could always land here and walk to Lower Parma, or it's downhill, just glide it and land right in Lower Parma. So that's a pretty cool line on a crappy day. Make a lot out of nothing. So you're basically going from Thermal Factory to Antenna Farm. You're diving back. Remember, thermal vector is a lot less stressful because you can follow these spines low. Diving back to shadow. You gain a little bit altitude to get even with the shadow. Cutting across the Montecito. Gain a little bit just to ride this back Montecito one to Secret Bowl. And then you're doing the same thing. You're even with Secret Bowl. Come on back this way. Cruise on this low point. Maybe you get back up to shadow again. If you get even with shadow, you got the top of Parker's pretty well made. You see that? Easy peasy, right? But if not, if you got a flush down here, it's not that big a deal. You just come around, intersect this guy, dolphin fly it up to the front of Parker's. Maybe you get up in Parker's, maybe you're not. If you don't, you go to the rock. If you have to come around low, it's not that big a deal. Come all the way in front of the rock and out to the Parker's Fire Road LZ. So there you go, making something out of nothing. That's one line, baby. That's one line. Should we do another one? Should we do another one? Let's talk about the VOR side of things. Let's talk about getting back from West Bowl. West Bowl to Parma. All right? So let's say you launch VOR and you just went straight. You cross No Name low. Well, not low, but in the meat of it, the middle of it. You come into this little east flank of West Bowl. You're about, I think, what's that at? 2,700. So you just keep going to the east flank of West Bowl. Did I say west before? This is west, this is east. And if you can get to $3,000 right here, you could more than likely make Parma. Hammer told me this a long time ago. Now I believe him. I think you go even a little lower. It's no big deal. No big deal. So if you get $3,000 on West Bowl on this east flank, let's draw the line. Here's the line. All you got to do is fly into. I like going deep behind Cathedral. I feel like you better glide into these rocks, kind of milk them around the face. Sometimes you could figure eight up the face of Cathedral and with the west wind. If you're at the face of Cathedral, you're back in the game and you got Parma, no problem. But if not, even if you're mid drift, then you get into this guy. I think we should zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in. So even if you're Cathedral, you know, halfway up, you know, like I said, this side works really good for figure eight and up. But if not, you just keep coming across these guys. You get on this spine, follow this spine all the way across and over. If you're doing good, you're coming in the middle height of the tit. If not, you're coming in at the knob. I wouldn't get anywhere below the knob. And if you're surfing the low line, you're coming in at the Holy Hills road cut, which is right here. So if you're down in here, you got to go for the glide, like 2,500 or so, and you're coming in through the Holy Hills road cut. No big deal. This whole thing works really good. Another big face just to keep bumping and dolphining out. Not necessarily a climb back out, but good dolphining. You can get some climb outs. Otherwise, you're following this easy peasy line down to the knob in front of the tit area. Then you're coming out to the Holy Hills way. Cool? Power Prayer is your last one before St. Mary's. St. Mary's starts down in here. So you cut across the Power Prayer. And then to the Monastery Ridge. And boom, you got Parma made. Oh, Parma's over here. So that's an easy way with one little thermal going from VOR to Parma via the low route. You just get back to the $3,000 at West Bowl, and bam, you got Parma made. 4.5 mile glide. Piece of cake. That's cracker sauce. Wow. We gotta give a shout out to all the people and organizations that make free flight possible here in Santa Barbara and our surrounding areas. First off, we got Eagle Paragliding, which is eagleparagliding.com, one of the 2 paragliding schools in town. They will take you from zero to hero, baby. From the Bunny Hill to the mountains to all over the world. They got tours all over the place. They got SIV clinics going on with a boat and a lake. So hit up eagleparagliding.com. Arctic 4 is what I fly. It's the only glider I fly. I love it. I use it for everything. Niviac.com. Safest glider on the planet. Smash that bar and you're going places. Smoking those Enzos. Ha! Badass glider. I'm surfing the train all the time here in Santa Barbara. Never take a collapse, never a wingtip. I could launch this thing in technical conditions. I could fly it on the ridges and the training hill, hike with it. It's amazing. Get one. Fly Above All, our other paragliding school in town. You'll see them up at the VOR doing some tandems at the ridges, hanging out, supporting the local community. We got and they are flyabovall.com. Flyawayhanggliding.com. Willie, awesome hang glider instructor, ripper pilot, doing his thing here in town. Tandems all over the place. Call me if you want to learn how to hang glide. We got miniplaneusa.com. This is Chad Bastian's company. If you want to learn how to motor, take a lesson with Chad. Super fun. If you want to learn how to thermal too, watch this guy. He's at the hill every day for the last 20 years. Amazing technique. It's like an art form watching him thermal. Watch the way he moves his hands, the way he shifts his weight. You get a lesson all in itself just watching him. And then we have our Santa Barbara Soaring Association page, sbsa.info. You can see the chat box on here when people are talking about flying. The Twitters replicate on here from the 2 paragliding schools of when they're meeting and where the flying's happening. We also have a visiting pilots page. Santa Barbara Soaring Association keeps our sites flyable, our sites insured. Our wind talkers talking, so we definitely want to contribute to them. Definitely hit up a local before you come flying, or one of the paragliding schools. All the contacts are on the visitings page, and you have to be a member to fly our sites. So we have a little donate here. You can donate and do it right online and be all set for when you come fly. So welcome to paradise.